Okay, so now that I talked about the Fairbairn Sykes, everybody knows about the K-bar. It's one of the most famous knives. Symbolic of course, the Marine Corps and, say, Guadalcanal and the Philippines. So this information is declassified, but that doesn't make it any less effective. You know, killing people, if we're going to talk about it as a trade, right? To ply one's trade. You trade life for a life. It is, you know, I don't know. I have apprehensions about talking about killing people. Anyways, so just like shrapnel is more common as a method of injury than bullets, bludgeoning is more common than stabbing wounds. So this is why I'm showing this. But we'll look at the K-bars. Now these come in a lot of different varieties, and they're manufactured by Cutco in the United States. The proper ones, anyway. And you'll notice that these knives, they have a blood channel up the side, so it doesn't get stuck inside the body cavity as you thrust it in there. Seven inches. Now, 7 inches is enough to reach the heart from the neck. It really is. You can sever with the carotid artery, if I remember correctly. Let's see. Circulatory. So this is why it's important, if you're gonna, at least in becoming or returning to fighting shape, why your trapezoids are so important. Because you look at there, the pulmonary, and these are right here. Okay, if I were to indicate by the belly button, the kidneys are right there. And if you've played football, then you'll know that going after someone's kidneys is a way to take them down and put them into shock. Right? There's many different methods in order to take someone down, and usually the armpits or the groin are preferred, if not the neck, if it's an open area. So, again, I'm not an expert. And if you send someone into shock and then they bleed, then they'll have a heart attack before they hit the ground. So again, this applies to boxing. If you're gonna, you have to bring your chin close to your neck, right? That'll protect your, and you got to shrug your shoulders up a little bit. That'll protect the arteries going up to your brain, and keep your elbows very close. Don't splay them out like chicken wing. Okay, so ratio of bludgeoning. Here we go. So look at this. This supports the gun control statistics in what the OPP has stated recently in their huge this landmark bust. And while this is an old one where it says, okay, so published, when was this published? Excuse me, 1995. This doesn't really change because the proliferation of knives has remained the same, and you can make a knife out of anything. You want to see a magic trick? Make this pencil disappear. Thump. Ta-da! Let's see. Typical weapons similar, whether adults or youth. So in the UK, knife crimes are most common. And that's how some of the terror attacks happened. Now the UK is it's a very small area, and hence why they have such aggressive gun control laws. Is because basically, when you take a shot, you're shooting into your neighbor's backyard, and if you're familiar with ballistics, then you'll know that a bullet keeps traveling and traveling and traveling until it hits something. Okay, types of weapons used against victims in violent crimes. So this includes violent crime. Obviously, is an umbrella term that would also include domestic abuse, if not the brandishing and threat displays. So total firearm 29. This is from 1995. Knife or sharp objects 30, 5, 20. Other weapons, but mostly used in robberies or assaults. Oh, look, sexual assaults, 8,743 incidents in that year. Now, it goes to show that actually you can disable someone with a club by hitting the same areas of the body as you would with a knife. Because if you disrupt the circulation for a moment, that will send the person into shock. But of course, that's sensitive information and can be used quite can be abused quite easily. Because Krav Maga is not the end all and be all of martial arts.